We now live in a world where AI is coming and AI is going to be moving that fast. So if we don't support our children in these spaces to learn and to be those fast processors, they will be left behind, because it isn't AI that's the problem. It's people who don't use AI and don't understand AI that are going to be left behind. And that is why, I mean, I'm pro-parent, I'm pro-tech, but I'm also, let's take a step back and look at this metaphysically. This is a world, you can't have a temper tantrum and say, right, I don't want AI. There we are. I'm going to fold my arms. I'm not having AI. Because, okay, you do that then, because actually AI is here. It is going to move. And it's almost like people saying, I ain't getting on a boat. I'm not getting on a plane. Look at how dangerous it could be. It could be, and sometimes it is. But actually, look at what these modes of transport have facilitated. Look at the way technology has moved us forward from the Industrial Revolution. And I suspect there was a lot of people who did not want factories being built and who were suggesting, and I think we've had this over time in terms of certainly it's going to ruin us as a species. Whereas, and I don't want to get too philosophical, if we go all the way back to what technology actually means, we're talking about tools that facilitate and support the progression of a species. And screens are part of this space, and they are a necessary part of a child's education nowadays. If we do not give them the changing world, and we do not give them that pedagogical and kind of underpinning of how to become an adult in a world of technology, they are going to be left behind. And I understand the harms. That's my job. I work with the harms. But you know what? The argument that comes up so often, Sam, is people say, but if we didn't have the screens, you wouldn't be dealing with them harms. Correct. But I also deal with children who get bullied in the playground, who are sexually abused, who are beaten and neglected, and that all happens in the real world. And certainly in the space of safeguarding, we still haven't prevented real world abuse of children yet. So there's something about, we haven't got our house in order, and we have the capabilities of doing it slightly differently with technology when we all come together. But when we're fighting and saying, no, I don't like it, I'm not having it, I don't want my child to experience it because there are potential dangers, then that child is missing out on an environment because of the fear of the potential that it might happen. Because the other side of that argument is it might not. If your child is educated in how to report or how to steer themselves away, not to put the responsibility on children, by the way, but to steer themselves away, there is a way that they could say, okay, this is like spotting, I don't know, games on Roblox. So they go in, they have a look at the Roblox games and they say, I don't want to go in those games because I know that, for example, there's the Huggy Wuggy Monster, or there's Smiler, or whatever it is that's going around at the time. But what we do say is, and the moment you make that noise of, no, you can't go in there, well, now a child wants to go in there.